Hello and welcome along. We're in Dusseldorf this week. We've come to EuroCIS. It's the leading trade fair for retail technology. Exhibitors have flown in from over 37 countries, just underlining the importance this event has on understanding the latest technology that's influencing the workplace. And the workplace is what we're going to be talking about next. Now, viewers of Fujitsu content will recall on Forum TV back in November during Fujitsu Forum, we released some information around statistics gathered from over 500 employees across Europe. I'm going to delve into this a bit more now. To help me talk about this, we've got Ralf Schenker, Chris Fry from Citrix. Tony, thank you for sticking around again to talk to us. Let's discuss the store as a workplace. Because the research that I just referred to that we released back in November, it gained a lot of attention because of some of the stark numbers that it revealed. I know there's a shocking number around service outages.
We uncovered 75% of people working in retail suffer from a major service outage every week, which itself is a huge challenge and a hindrance. There are a number of reasons for this, and we're trying to address this with Total Managed Store. One of the major reasons is aging infrastructure. So for cost cutting, they will sweat their assets for much, much longer, which makes early adoption of new IT really difficult, and therefore they're not being able to keep up with the pace of the modern store. So we're also looking at how users consume IT. So people will consume IT at home and they expect to actually consume that same IT in the workplace. So you wouldn't have an iPhone that would break every week. You wouldn't have your home broadband that breaks every week. So why are we expecting retailers to actually suffer that same problem? And therefore that has a major impact on retaining staff and staff morale.
That's alarming, that number, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we can say this is a common effect that we see in retail industry. I think the retail industry is the one who uses components and technology the longest compared to other industries. So I think it's the point that there's a tight cost jacket for retailers. Also, they are very pragmatic, so they do things manually on the run instead of having invested in concept or automation, for instance.
It just strikes, I can't believe that a CEO is aware of these statistics, because surely if they were, they would be doing something about it with the IT team. Or is that conversation not happening, do you think?
I think that good retailers listen to what is out there in the store, what is happening there, and they are aware of the problems that there are, but not everybody is.
Picking up on that, Tony, what do we think retailers actually want from technology?
So 2/3 of retailers want automation in technology. However, this has got to be always on system support, and it's got to actually be relevant to their work itself. There's also 86% of retailers actually think that a complex workplace solution will actually hinder and is actually a barrier for productivity. So ultimately they want simple workplace solutions that are fit for purpose.
Chris, let's bring you in here. Part of the report that jumped out at me was 17% of the workforce say that the technology is impacting them negatively and having an impact on retention. How big a problem is that?
I think it's a big problem because many of the workers in the retail industry are young. They use social media, they use technology to interact with their friends, their family, and conduct their social life. They don't see the same deployment of technology in their workplace, and I think that it affects their confidence when they come to deal and interact and service customers. And so therefore that drives their confidence down. And as we all know, when confidence and morale is low, we tend to look for greener pastures. So I think that retailers have got to lift the technology deployed to that of the way that people conduct their lives, and that would help with the morale and staff retention.
I think we've spoken a lot about the need to put digital in for the customer, but there is clearly an underlying need, as you were saying, to deliver the technology that's going to unlock the workforce then. This is about efficiency, success, everything that apparently retailers are struggling with at the moment.
Yeah, and actually when the customer's in your face, I know from my own experience, my wife worked in retail for many years, and sometimes trying to service a customer with the availability of a device, she worked in a department with 30 people and one iPad. One
iPad, goodness me. Ralf, let's talk Total Managed solution.
Yeah.
it strikes me that that's probably got a role to play in helping solve these problems we're talking about, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that this also, there's a change in the minds of retailers, because the business, which is sales in retail, which with, let's say, expansion plans and so on, they don't like to hear from IT, we cannot do it, or it takes too much time. So I think that their role has empowered over the last years, and so the demand for more automation and more smoother processes and availability of components, for instance, and services is growing actually.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. It's interesting as always. If you want to understand more about the findings in the report, it'd be worth going onto our YouTube channel and taking a look at the Workplace in Anywhere report that was released in November last year. It reveals a whole load of shocking statistics, and that will ladder to this interview. How do we respond to those challenges? How do we make sure that we're delivering everything that both our businesses and our customers need from a technology standpoint? EuroCIS is going to be going on for the next 2 or 3 days. We've got plenty more interviews to come today as we continue to explore the technology that's positively impacting the retail industry. More to come.